Washington and Moscow are facing off over Syria.
Things got much more serious after the Russians started bombing. Eric Sean with the latest.
The situation in Syria has now gone from a humanitarian crisis to a showdown between Moscow and Washington.
It's doomed to failure.
Defense Secretary Ash Carter reacting to Russian airstrikes inside Syria. The Russians say the bombing was aimed at ISIS targets. The Pentagon, however, says the Russian strikes are designed to bolster the regime of Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad.
One of the reasons why the Russian position is contradictory is that exactly the potential for them to strike, as they may well have, in places where, in fact, ISIL is not present.
Military experts say this is the first serious challenge to U.S. air superiority that we have seen in a long time.
Our air power is going to be contested for the first time in well over a decade. The types of capabilities that the Russians have brought into Syria right now indicate that they are in there not only for the long term, but they also want to combat the coalition air forces.
He likens the confrontation to the Cuban Missile Crisis and hopes it will not lead to a wider conflict.
It is an equal danger in the sense that what we're doing now is we're actually taking a situation that had been relatively contained, as brutal as it was, within Syria, and we're expanding it.
The United States was only given 1 hour's notice that the Russians were going to start bombing. Word came through a Russian military officer who arrived at the American embassy in Baghdad. In New York, I'm Eric Sean, Fox News.